What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Reviews. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a blind beer battle between Montucky Cold Snacks and Miller Lite. Miller Lite is coming in at 4.2% ABV. The Montucky Cold Snacks coming in at 4.1%. Alright, so last night I did Cold Snacks against Natural Lite. Cold Snacks ended up winning that. So I asked you guys what I should do tonight. Should I pin it up against the light beer? Should I pin it up against the PBR that I already had in the fridge? You guys said a light beer, so I'm going to go with Miller Lite tonight. I think this one's going to be a little bit more challenging than last night's video, just due to the fact that Miller Lite has more flavor than Natural Lite, and both of these beers are phenomenal. Miller Lite is probably my favorite light beer, so thought it was kind of fitting to pin it up against the Montucky Cold Snack since I like that one so much. All right, so obviously 2 cups, 1 ml, that's going to go for the Miller Lite, and the MCS is going to go for the Cold Snacks over here. So let's go ahead and pour Miller Lite up first. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way so I don't knock anything over. Crack into it here. And hopefully I can do this a little bit better tonight with the head of each beer. Try to get them as close to each other as possible. That Natural Light last night, the head on that one stayed forever. So, all right, the Cold Snacks. Now these are also a little bit closer in price too. This is about the Cold Snacks about $1 and some change more than a 12-pack of the Miller Lite. So we'll see, is that justified? Okay, those are pretty damn close. All right, so, as always, really simple concept here. I'm going to close my eyes, mix these beers up, see if I can figure out which beer is which and which one I like the most. The one that I like the most, obviously, will be the winner. So I'm going to close my eyes, and I am going, well, hold on, let me make sure the head's okay. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to start mixing up each beer, or mixing up the beers, to the point where I can't tell the difference between which one is which. The thing is, that happens really fast. If you close your eyes and start mixing things up like this, you're going to lose track of which is which pretty rapidly, because I have absolutely no idea which beer is which. All right, that'll do it. All right. So last night I believe that I tried the beer on my right. So tonight we'll switch things up a little bit, and I'll go with the beer on my left. So, cheers, Montucky Cold Snacks versus Miller Lite blind beer battle. Cheers. Okay. Crisp, clean, and refreshing, just like you want your lagers to be. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of a like aftertaste of like brown or white bread crust on that. Beer number whatever, the beer on my right. Okay. This one's got a little bit more of a grainy taste to it. And also has that white bread crust type taste, but it's amplified over here. This has a little bit more of that brown white bread crust. And like I said, it has more of a grainy taste to it. Tastes really good. All right, back to the beer to my left. Okay, this one's a little bit sweeter. This one has more of a dry finish. This has a little bit less of that white bread crust flavor to it. This is tough. I think I know which one's which already. I'm thinking this is the Miller Lite, and I'm thinking this is the Montucky Cold Snacks. But now I'm trying to figure out which one I actually prefer. Yeah, that's very solid. Okay. It really would depend on what mood you're in or what beer you want to drink. It's like if you like Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola, you're going to drink both sodas, right? Some days you want Dr. Pepper. Some days you want Coca-Cola. That's exactly how this is. I am damn confident that this is the Miller Lite and this is the Montucky Cold Snacks. Let me taste them one more time to see what I'm in the mood for now, because this is going to be a day-to-day difference here. Some days you may prefer the Miller Lite. Some days you may prefer the Cold Snacks. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And probably only because I have Miller Lite quite often and not, I just tried Cold Snacks for the first time last week. I think I'm feeling Cold Snacks a little bit more right now. But literally that could change within a day. So I think this is the Montucky Cold Snacks, and it is just narrowly going to beat out Miller Lite just because it's what I'm preferring right now. But both beers are very, very good. So I'm going to open my eyes. I think this is Montucky Cold Snacks. And for now, in this very moment, it wins. And I was right. Montucky Cold Snacks, Miller Lite. So, like I said, it's a day-to-day thing with these beers. If you enjoy both beers, which I do, it could change. Tomorrow, if I was having beer tomorrow night, I could do this again, and I could prefer the Miller Lite. I could prefer that flavor a little bit more. It would literally, honestly be just a day-to-day thing. It's just right now, I'm preferring the Cold Snacks. So Cold Snacks wins it tonight. So Cold Snacks is now 2-0. But both of these beers are phenomenal. Both of these beers are great. You see the Miller Lite's just a little bit darker than the Cold Snacks. They both have pretty decent lacing on it. But they're just really, really, really solid beers. And I would have no problem, obviously, drinking either of these beers. These are probably, honest to God, going to be what you see in my fridge a lot of times now. Miller Lite and Cold Snacks, because they're just too good. I could honestly see myself putting 6 Miller Lite, 6 Cold Snacks, or maybe even throw Coors Light in the mix. You know, add 3 of those or something. 3 cold snacks, 4 Miller. It just would depend on what you're feeling. But that's the thing. What about the smell? You kind of get that white bread crust on the aroma of the Miller Lite. And this, it's a little bit more sweet on the nose. So the aroma follows the taste, or the taste follows the aroma of each beer. So yeah, both beers are great. Obviously, Miller Lite, I mean, it's one of the most popular for a reason, right? Yeah. Even tasting them not blind, I can still tell that right now my palate is wanting this. But I bought a 12-pack of these, so I'm going to be drinking them, obviously, and enjoying every can. So that is the video. We got more of these beer battles to come next weekend. This trend's going to continue. I'm going to have to throw something new into the mix. I'm going to have to try to go find something to review. But I got to do at least one beer battle And I'm thinking maybe trying Coors Light against Cold Snacks or the PBR, or I don't know. It just depends on what you guys think. Do you want to see this go up against PBR, or do you want to see it go up against another light beer? Let me know in the comments below. So that's the video, guys. Montucky Cold Snacks does win this one tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit me with a thumbs up. And if you guys have any suggestions on anything you would like me to try in the future, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to find it and give it a review. As always, until next time, which one's which? Okay, cheers, and thanks for watching.